and you're watching the Comics-Related Madness Network. Uh-huh. So come get some. CromCon. CromCon.
What is Path of the Pale Rider, anyway? Is it a comic book? No, that's not it. Is it this? What the heck is Path of the Pale Rider, man? There's no way this is right. How about this? I have no idea.
We're gonna rob a bank.
Oh, it's this.
There is no spoon.
Pinky, are you pondering what I'm pondering?
I think so, Blaine. But isn't that why they invented tube socks?
Oh, he's so handsome.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
What's up, everyone? Hello, Comics-K, and today we'll be doing well, you already know. So how's everyone doing today? Alright. Let's move this mic away from my face. And first person to pop in the chat is Gable. What's up? What is up? What is up? What is up? Alright, I need music goes nice. Being has quiet here. Right. There we go. What's up, Gable? I'm doing alright. How are you? On Saturday. You know what? There's a show I used to watch. Now, speaking of Saturday, as a kid, the show I used to watch every Saturday morning and it originated from Japan. Now, before you say Power Rangers, I used to watch that every Saturday too. But that's what I'm going for. There's Pop in the link. And hey, yo, Stephen B. Oh, what's up, Pops? How you doing? Sorry. Same here. I love the show. I love the show as a kid, and I still enjoy it today. I don't know about the new stuff though, because from the way it looks like they're trying to push away from all the Japanese stuff, which I don't think is a really good idea. But I don't know how it goes. Netflix is rebooting it. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome what I learned. Yeah. So, when we saw a character from that Japanese show, and unfortunately the show, it did not get its well-deserved fans. But after watching this show and learning about Tubi, I started watching the Japanese version instead. Oh, I started watching the Japanese version, and I like it. Now you're probably wondering, what is this show that I'm talking about? Well, I'll tell you what. It's the show Kamen Rider Ryuki, or as it was portrayed in the U.S., Kamen Rider Dragon Knight. Like, whenever I saw it, it was like almost just like Power Rangers, except there's no team. It's just the one guy. When I was watching.
Hey, yo!
Hey,
What's going on, brother?
how much are you doing?
Oh, I just wanted to come out and see. Did you guys get touched by the weather?
We had a few rainy days here and there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like, Ginge's mom's house got tornadoed.
I can't really hear you that well.
Can't hear me.
We turn out that. You want to say something?
I said,
His device, he got disconnected. Crap. He'll be back on. ROKU night? What's ROKU night?
that better.
Welcome back.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Yeah. Fucking man, the power's been knocked out here a couple times, and every time it comes back, it's like, the microphone ain't the right microphone, and you know what I mean? It's like, gotta go reset everything.
Everything just kind of resets.
Yeah. Well, see, now that's just it. Dave, he's got other stuff to choose from. He got other stuff to choose from. He could be playing this.
I never really.
Good.
Working.
He just needs to switch it up every now and then.
Yeah. Yeah, I never really had the opportunity to call this person.
See, now that's too loud. I couldn't hear you. What'd you say?
So I was talking earlier about the show I used to watch. It was on 4Kids TV. What's that? And it was a Japanese adaptation called Kamen Rider Master Rider Ryuki.
Christian wants to know what you're drawing, bro.
I'll see you a picture real quick.
And got Max. Max popped in the chat. What's up, Max? You know, I guess since I'm here, you could turn the music back on after I. How's that? Let's get that up.
Yeah.
We just be jamming and we
So
do have,
Huh?
I was going to say, we do have some music in our library. Not a lot yet, but we're working on it, right? We're working on it.
So this is the character I'm drawing. And
Was it Ryuki?
yeah, Ryuki.
Okay. See, I don't know nothing about that stuff. Nothing.
Since you like Power Rangers and Kamen Rider, check out Toku's Satsu. And for anyone who can say that perfectly, I am sorry if I butchered it. The Japanese genre, funniest stuff you might like.
It's funny because my son has like a crap load of Dragon Ball Z and stuff, and it's like
Yeah.
and dude, I just can't read a book backwards.
And Actually, when I first picked up a manga, I I opened the pages and I really opened the book.
Yeah,
I
me
was,
too.
I was like, wait, am I going back in time with this? What's going on?
Yeah, I didn't know either. I had no idea what was going on. I didn't know they wrote them backwards. I didn't know, I didn't know none of that either. That's funny.
But after kind of getting used to it, I started enjoying the stories they had there.
I just can't do it. I tried. I can't read a book backwards. You know what I mean? I've read like thousands of books, dude. My right hand turns the page. That's all there is to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a 60-year-old habit, ain't gonna break. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
And then I see him watching like Naruto and shit. And the only thing I got out of every time I walked by and he was watching it or whatever was something about pork or something about ramen with extra meat or something. It seemed like every time I walked by the screen, dude was eating and wanted some pork ramen with extra meat. I'm pretty sure that's what he said all the time.
Pork ramen with
extra meat. Like, that's all I got out of the whole thing, dude. It's like every time I was looking at it, that's what I would hear. I'd even tease my son about it. Pork ramen, extra meat. I couldn't get into it. I don't know. It was just too. It's like a picture, and then they move the background and shit a little bit, and you know what I mean. It's like, yeah, I'm just not. It's just not doing it for me. So, I have found though on ROKU, since I got this ROKU stick, I found all kinds of stuff I had never seen, like Batman animation and stuff.
Yeah.
A bunch of it, man, that I hadn't seen before. Son of Batman and shit. I'm like, what? Yeah. Finding lots of stuff I didn't know existed.
It's all interesting. Let's see. You need a better picture.
So after your show's over, we're going to be doing first episode of Rolling. The Silverline guys are out there playing City of Heroes right now.
Really?
Yeah. And I told them, I said, after your show's over, I'll go ahead and drop them in our channels, because why not? Why not have another gaming show on the network, right? I love it.
Yeah. Why not?
So yeah, they're actually playing right now on the Silverline Facebook, the Facebook page, and the Pops Van Zant Facebook page. You can see them there right now doing it. But after Stephen B's done, we're gonna pop in on them and add them to all the YouTube and everything, and get it out there so everybody can see it. It's fun. It's always fun, guys. That's all we're trying to do here is have fun.
Pretty much.
Know what I mean, Burton? Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting drawing because, again, I never drew this.
Where's your boy Billy? Billy should be out here co-hosting with you, dude. He should be your yes man, your side guy. You know what I mean? Your color commentary dude. Right. Chat popping, and so you can just keep drawing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think right now, Billy's at work right now.
Ah. Yeah, you need a Billy, bro. You need a Billy. I'm gonna let you get to it though. Gable, one of you guys wants to join Stephen B and check the chat for him and whatnot, man, I'm sure he wouldn't be opposed to it. Ask him for the link. Christian, any of you guys, you want to come in here and help Stephen B out? I'm sure he wouldn't mind, would you?
I'll send Gable a link right now.
There you go. See that? Look. Let's keep it fun, guys. If you want to come out and hang out with Stephen B, do so. Stephen B, I'm going to go handle some business, and I'll be in the chat. You know me.
All right.
Good talking to you, brother. Good to see you.
Yeah. Yeah. I sent you the link, Gable. What's up, Billy? Yeah, it's probably a little bit too high, but. What's up, Billy? Gable?
What's going on?
Not much.
All right, can you hear me? I had to plug my mic back in.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Awesome. What's going on, man?
Drawing this character for the very first time.
Yeah, Kamen Rider. Was it Dragon? I haven't watched the new one yet.
The American one was Kamen Rider Dragon Knight.
Dragon Knight, that's what it is. That's from, I mean, that's not new. That's from like...
It's not new. Like, I think it was like 2003, maybe?
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a while. I actually haven't watched any like Kamen Rider in a while. But I like the old school like Kamen Rider Black. Like I was big into like Toku, like I guess during my college years, because like that was the first time I had the internet where I could like download illegal things, and the first thing I did was like download pirated fan subtitled things. And I downloaded a bunch of like Super Sentai, which is what they used for Power Rangers, and Kamen Rider, and Metal Heroes and all that kind of stuff. So
and now you can get all of those at a comic convention.
Yeah, which is crazy because like I remember, I mean they've been out for a while now, but like Shout Factory released a bunch of like Super Sentai seasons.
Yeah,
and, like that blew my mind. I was like, oh my gosh, that's insane.
I have a few of them actually.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, that blows my mind. Like I never thought I'd see anything like that, you know?
Yeah, which is actually a good thing, because because it can't like all right. Sorry, my mind's kind of got scrambled a bit.
It's all good.
But what I was trying to say is it's a good thing because I was watching I watched the full season of Time Ranger and Time Force,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and I learned that the story plot is exactly the same.
Yeah, which not all of them are like that. A lot sometimes they're
No, not all of them
completely
are like
different.
that, but like it's not 100% the same, but it's the same to a point.
Yeah, like a general concept or whatever.
Like a good example, and I'm not sure if anyone watches this, but be warned a little bit of spoilers. There's there was actually a scene in Time Ranger where one of the Rangers died.
Yeah.
And they also kind of told me that Super Sentai is a lot darker. Is a lot darker than Power Rangers.
Easily. Yeah. They've sort of gotten a little bit more kiddie, I guess you could say. I guess ever since like the Disney era happened, like even Super Sentai sort of really went kiddie with a lot of their stuff. But like the original, I mean, first, I don't know how many, like 20 seasons or whatever. Like those were like some hardcore stuff. You have like an army coming around just killing people, like in a kid's cartoon, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's insane. Just an army coming around killing people, and these like homeboy making ramen, riding around on a bicycle is one of the Rangers guys. I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is murder and all this kind of stuff. But I look at it nowadays, I was like a lot of kid shows are very kiddie. And like, I guess is that American sensitivities? I don't know, because I remember like some more darker stuff growing up. But like
Yeah.
nowadays, like if you watch like newer Power Rangers, like I mean it's a formula almost. It's very kiddie.
Yeah, and the newer Power Ranger stuff it's gotten very like you said, kiddie.
Yeah.
And which I didn't really care for that, because if you watch the very first seasons, like I'm not talking about like MMPR, because it was a little bit kiddie, but it went from MMPR to to Zeo to it was Zeo, then Turbo,
Mm-hmm.
then what was the next one? It wasn't Alien Rangers, was it?
Oh, is it In Space?
Yeah, it was it, it was in space.
Yeah.
But as the show progressed, it got you could see that it was obviously getting a little more serious.
Yeah, like it really peaked when they were like in space, I think. For me, anyways. Because like you had mature, like slightly more mature like characters and storylines. You had like storylines of like redemption, and like they still threw like curveballs, like, oh, this is a bad guy, but it was actually a good guy back in the day. And like you just seen a lot of like different kind of, I don't know, different kind of stories nowadays. Not everything was black and white, good versus evil.
Yeah.
For me, I mean, of course, I mean, I got older, so like I stopped watching a lot of it. Like I would say like I stopped watching after SPD, but then I went back maybe 10 years later to just binge watch a lot of them when they were on Netflix.
Even in SPD, it still kept that seriousness.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like the end of the world, right? I mean, or was it SPD? No, which one was that?
like what kind of into the world thing?
Like they were like in a dome or something. Which one was that? Hold on.
That was RPM.
Oh, RPM. That's what it was. I think that's the last one I watched.
Yeah. Again, please, forgive me for this possibly crude drawing.
No, you're fine.
I never drew this character before.
No, you're nailing it.
Oh, thank you.
I mean,
Yeah.
Most of my Common Rider has been mostly Common Rider Black. I did remember as a kid watching the American adaptation called Masked Rider.
Yeah.
But I don't remember anything about it, to be honest.
Which actually a bit of a fun fact here, and you could probably look this up. I'm not sure I'm able to tell you, but before what was that guy's name?
Dax.
Saban. Before Saban picked up Power Rangers, Stan Lee was actually trying to pick it up.
Yeah, Spider-Man or something, right?
He actually went to Japan one time and actually saw Super Sentai and he wanted to bring that to the show. He wanted to bring that show to the U.S.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it was at the time the costumes were a bit goofy.
Yeah.
So it didn't really go. No one really went for it.
I also heard somewhere like before they adapted was it Zoo Ranger? Which would be the first season of Power Rangers, like Saban had he shot some footage for like a different group of kids, and I think it would end up being Bioman. Like the footage they wanted to use was from Bioman, which I was like, oh, I don't know how that would have worked, but I would love to see that thing try. I wonder if I could still find that.
But yeah.
Yeah, he had a pilot, and it was from Bioman.
Bioman?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. So Saban's Bioman. It's a lost pilot. Like it's a pilot he put together to pitch it to the networks before Power Rangers. So just kind of interesting. Yeah, so that'd be Super Sentai Bioman or Bioman or whatever it was.
Yeah.
That's
interesting.
Yeah, I didn't know it existed. I was like, oh, okay. Is this it? Maybe. Let's see. I'm always just fascinated because it's a winning concept. It's like, let's just go ahead and take stuff that's already was made, and we'll shoot some like really bad like Americans around, scenes that'll last like 15 minutes, and then the last 10 will just be chopped up Japanese footage. It's like a winning combination, right?
Yeah.
Like offset all the costs over to Japan. And I keep telling people you should watch more like Super Sentai. Like, especially like, if you like robots and monsters and, that kind of like spaceships and stuff like that. Like, I mean, they had all that kind of stuff. I wish our Power Rangers was as cool as some of that Super Sentai stuff. Just how it's just a whole different like ball game. Like I watch Power Rangers now and I'm like, it's a little cheesy,
But no, it actually has gotten a little bit cheesy. I hate to say that.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's fine. It's fine. It's for kids. But I still think like when I was a kid, like it was cheesy. But then again, I think that's really all we had. But now, like kids nowadays, they're for better or worse, a little more mature, which like they think things that for like for 13-year-olds are cool, right? Like the demographic for Power Rangers is what 8 to 12 or whatever it is, but they want to do stuff that's like, I want to shoot people in Fortnite, that kind of stuff. And it's just like,
or get on GTA.
Yeah, I just don't think fart jokes is going to do it anymore,
But I don't think those TV execs are going to listen.
No, I mean it's Well, I don't know. Like, if it had, what was it? Hasbro had, no, Disney had it. It was Saban, and then he sold it to
you mean Power Rangers?
Disney, yeah. And then Disney sold it to Hasbro. I think that's the order of events there.
Yeah.
And now I think Netflix is making, like, rebooting it, I think is what they said. And me and my son, we watched, oh God, what was it? Not Beast Morphers, Dino Fury. We watched Dino Fury, and then like they had the final season on Netflix that came out last year, and he really liked that. And then they had that special Netflix, the one that called back to the first season of Power Rangers. And I thought that was bad. And I was like, it's not very good at all. They had like Robo Rita, you know?
Oh yeah. I didn't see it until like later on, and when I have the opportunity to see it, I was like, you know what? I'm kind of curious on how this went. So I turned it on, and through the entire time I was like, why am I watching this?
Yeah, like there was some. I mean, it did some good things. Like it felt rushed. It was like, okay, listen, we're going to do 3 episodes, and it's like, it probably should have been a season. But it's like, okay, we already written the entire season, but now you got to condense it into a few episodes. So like everything just feels rushed, but it looks kind of cool. We got a lot of the old actors back, but you realize that, like, I mean, these guys look like they're in their 50s now, right? So it's like,
yeah,
it's like pretty rough.
Like, you're all still Power Rangers. Like,
yeah, it's pretty rough. Like you haven't handed it down or anything, Like I understand it was like nostalgia bait and all that kind of stuff, but like,
I understand.
It didn't leave a good taste in my mouth.
I understand that it was probably for nostalgia, but come on.
Yeah. Like I said, I mean, have them in there, but like don't let them, do much. But then again, not many of them did anything because like some of them just had like walk-on roles. They're like, oh, we're just gonna walk on or say hi via the I don't know thing, whatever the display monitor is. You're like, okay,
I'm from the character right now.
That's because I'm distracted. It says I'm distracting you. You're not paying attention to it.
No, you're good. You're good.
No, but then so I watched it and I was like, oh, it's fine, but it got my hopes up when they came out with the third or the last final season of Dino Fury where they wrapped that up, and they're like, okay, Netflix is gonna wrap up this season, and then this is gonna be the last old Power Rangers, and then we're gonna reboot it. So then I go, all right, they're gonna reboot it. My question is, what is the demographic they're going to do? Like we saw like the Power Rangers movie from a couple years ago where they they shifted it to like young adult almost, and it didn't really do well. I think the general idea behind it's okay, but like it just didn't do well, right? So it's like, okay, maybe going young adult isn't what you do with Power Rangers. So my key is like, what does Netflix do with this show? Do they just make it like very similar to like Dino Fury, which I think is probably what they'll end up doing.
Which I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know if I like it either, but like I mean, are they going to remake? What do they mean by reboot? That's my question. Like, because I'm going, are you just going to remake the first season of Power Rangers? You're going to do your own take on, the Dinozords and Zordon and Alpha 5 and all them. Is that what they're going to do? If they do that, I don't want to see that at all.
I think what they're going to do, and don't quote me on this, is keep some stuff that worked and just reboot everything else.
But the cool thing about Power Rangers is every season of Power Rangers, even though they're new, like they were all, well, for the most part, linked together, right? I mean, this is just different worlds or dimensions or whatever you want to call it, and they were all linked together through the morphing grid. And like it was a cool way to have like crossovers and stuff like that. Like to me, I'm going, that's a great idea. Why do you need to reboot it? This is just another, just another cog in the wheel. This is just another place. That way you don't lose however many years of history it's been behind that. I just think it's a dumb idea.
All right, I'm gonna stop focusing on the dragon on the forehead and just work on everything else.
Yeah, finish the anatomy. But who knows? Like I said, I don't have high hopes. But then again, I saw like One Piece from Netflix, and I was like, oh, that's not bad. I saw the Yu Yu Hakusho TV series, which is okay.
But
So
the original one? Wait, but they didn't remake it, did they?
Well, Yu Yu? Yeah. It came out like 3 months ago. They came out with a live action adaptation of it.
Oh no, how'd that go?
It gets the general gist of it, but it messes up all the details. Like it's not the worst thing I've seen, but it's not great. Like if you're a huge fan of it, like probably won't like it. Yeah. But it gets the spirit, which I think is really all we can ask for anymore. Cause sort of like One Piece.
I think that's all that we can even really ask for at this point because shows like Cowboy Bebop, they really screwed that one up.
I've never even finished it, to be honest, because it was that bad. I knew we were in for a bad time because I don't know if you remember this, but like 5 or 6 years ago, they did the live action version of Death Note.
Yeah, I saw that too.
It was like that was like the worst piece of shit. Sorry, that I've ever seen before. And I'm like, oh my god, like what happened? And like it reminded me of like the Dragon Ball Z movie from 15 years ago or whatever it was.
And you have to bring that one up.
Yeah, or the Legend of Chun-Li, Chun-Li from Street Fighter. Like that was also a piece of garbage.
Street Fighter.
Yeah, I was like, that's a far cry from like the Street Fighter 2 anime that was like notorious back in the day.
What was it? Mortal Kombat.
I like the first movie just purely from nostalgia. Everything anything else was kind of bad. But then I saw they had the live action Mortal Kombat from a few years ago. But they messed that up because they're like, hey, instead of having like focusing on like an actual Mortal Kombat character, how about we just make up a new character and our journey will be about like, oh, we'll make it an MMA fighter. And it's like no movie that has ever starred an MMA character has ever done well. Like no one cares about MMA, and just have him do some sort of mystical kung fu, or better yet, make it about like I don't know, any of the other Mortal Kombat characters.
Unfortunately, I didn't play much of the Mortal Kombat stuff, so I didn't really notice that character was a brand new.
He's not in anything. He's entirely made up for Netflix or what? I don't know who it was, but it was just entirely made up for the movie, and it's like, oh, he's I forget who. It's been a while. I think I've kind of zoned that out.
Speaking of new characters, there's also another movie that it didn't. I don't think it really did well, and the writer completely botched the whole franchise part of it. And that was Resident Evil.
Yeah, they've tried to make Resident Evil work so many times that. Like what's the guy's name? Not Wes Anderson. The other Anderson who did is it Paul W.S. Anderson who did the first set of Resident Evil movies where he's just like, you know what? I'm just gonna make my own movie and we're just gonna happen to call it Resident Evil. And like if they would have not named that Resident Evil, it'd be kind of like schlocky good fun, but and then they had that new one that came out. I don't think I finished it. I just don't think I finished it. And there was that TV show that followed like those like little like black kids or whatever.
I did not like that show at all.
like I just don't like. I can't like listen. Resident Evil. Let's just talk about the first one. The first Resident Evil. It's about a STARS operatives that go into a house that has zombies.
Yeah.
And monster zombie dogs and all that kind of stuff, right? I mean, monsters. Let's just say monsters. That should be the season. That should just be what it's about.
So it was Paul W.S. Anderson.
Yeah, I remember because I actually like sort of like a guilty pleasure for me growing up, but like I understood it should not have been called Resident Evil, but like he just took the idea and ran with it. He's like, okay, what is this about? There's a house and there's a virus. There's a T virus, and that's it. That's all I'm taking from this.
Yeah. Okay, so Resident Evil 1 through 6 was written by Paul Anderson, but
yeah, him and his wife was the lead woman, Alice or whatever.
Yeah, Mila
Jovovich.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they, like I said, there are some good scenes in there, in some of the Resident Evils. But it's not Resident Evil. I think that's my issue with a lot of the stuff. It's like I had the same issue with the Halo TV show. I'm a forever bitch about that. You have an entire lore behind something. You have multiple video games, multiple tie-in books, and you do your own thing with it.
Like I understand you want to make a name for yourself, but you can make a name for yourself and be true to the franchise of what it was.
You can make. You know how right now. Yeah, listen. Obviously, all Hollywood producers are watching this right now, so listen to me. If you want to have your name solidified in stone, just make a good adaptation. That is your job. Adapt it for the screen. That's all you have to do. I'm not saying you have to be 100% on with everything, right? But if you can be 95% on, you can fudge some details, like the Lord of the Rings movies fudge some details about the books, and diehard Lord of the Rings fans are pissed off about them. But Lord of the Rings movies are still some of the best things that have ever been created for the screen. And it fudged some details a little bit, but a lot of people don't remember that kind of stuff. But it's fine. But 95% of it was spot on, and that's what I need people to focus on. If you're going to make something that's an adaptation of something, it needs to try to be as close as it can to being spot on. You already have a built-in audience of fans who give money to this kind of stuff. Same thing with Star Wars. You have a built-in fan base that will buy anything. Just take what you can, be as close as you can to who the characters are, who the lore, all this kind of stuff, and build on top of it. That's all you need to do. Just build on top of it. But no, they fail. They always fail. I got to take my own spin on it, Steven. I want to view this in the eyes of a female. All that kind of stuff. And it's just like, no, I want space wizards with laser swords and fighting bad guys. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's my rant.
Yeah. You know what? When I saw this character again, I had a bit of an inspiration to make a character based on that would be inspired by Kamen Rider. I'm not sure if I want to make the character.
I like the idea of just creating like some sort of like suited superhero, comic or whatever. Do it like a one shot, or do an 8-pager or something where you show your love for Power Rangers and Super Sentai. Make some cool looking monster, throw some cool looking robot Zords or whatever you need to do, and just release that for free on the internet, being like, hey, here's my love letter to Power Rangers and how great it is.
Here's my love letter to Kamen Rider.
Yeah, I think like I love that, because I know there are some titles. I know Yellow Flash has a Power Rangers set in World War II, I think it is. And I'm like, yeah, I don't need to be tied into to real history or anything like that. Like, I'm okay with the fantasy part of sci-fi, you know, but who knows?
Yeah, I do want to create a character that would have the inspiration of Master Yuki or just in Kamen Rider in general.
Yeah, you should make it American based. It could be like what's the guy with the blue bull, Henry? You know, just do like American folklore. It'd be kind of cool. Hey, Captain in the chat.
What's up, Fanny?
Say again. I keep asking people to like make stuff. You know, let's make some things. You can't always be doing pinups. No offense, Steven. But you can't. Let's make some stories, boys. That's why I keep yelling at everybody. Let's make some stories.
Yeah, make stories.
I know. Yeah, segue. Do it. Aw. What are you working on, by the way? I haven't talked to you in a while.
That is Last Days of Bad Moon. I'm almost done with the inks and
nice.
Pencils. And after that's done, then I'll be going back to Rev.
How far are you through Rev?
Right now I'm on page like 48.
Holy cow! How many pages is it going to be?
About 68.
Nice. Like it. Can't wait for it.
Yeah, this is gonna be the longest book I've ever done.
Yeah. Keep creating. Keep making. As Captain says, making sequential art is key. I 100% agree with that. If you want to be a comic book artist, you have to make comic books. Also, or pay John Dillard, which is also another thing. Yes, I agree with Cap right there as well. Listen, like some of us awesome writers, like we can't draw like you guys, so we have to hire y'all. And you know what? Money talks.
I'm being called away, so can you take over the chat real quick?
Yeah. It's my show now. Hello. There's only one person here, but hello. My little soapbox here. I keep telling people that I'm here. I am here for people, like for comics. Like I am not here for the drama. I'm not here to do anything. I'm here to get comics, and no one is making comics for me. Or they come out very slow, which is, I understand art takes time. Like I understand this, but give me comic books to read. And yeah, if you're a writer, guess what? You got to write. Got to write a script. Got to put the pencil to paper or finger to keyboard, however you do it. Yeah. Captain says, Gable, you be the good cop and encourage creators to create. I have been, Cap, for many, many years. No one listens. It's okay. Like I said, it's hard to like push people sometimes. I try to be as nice as I can, but like I said, listen, there is a market here to capture comic book readers. Like there is. If you can create comic books, you'll have the readers. You will. You'll be back up. Yeah, could be a thing. I mean, I don't think you need to be the bad cop. I think you're a bad cop already, right? Honestly, I can't find any group that where you're not blocked, which is kind of crazy. I don't block. But then again, I don't do anything stupid, or try not to, anyways. No, I take that back. We all do something stupid. Just don't do it publicly.
And I'm back.
What's up, Steven?
What's up? What I missed?
Well, I just talking about comics. I want people to make comics so I can buy comics. I want people to take my money, Steven. I was a backer of Crips and Legends 1 and 2 because I buy comics.
And thank you for being a backer.
Yeah, I keep telling everybody, sell me books, please. I guess I'll take that back, unless it's like 3D arted or 3D sketched or whatever. Like I'm not too big on those, but everything else, like I'm here for. There's this weird like void of creators that aren't creating, and I find that kind of sad. You're in a community of comic book readers, make comic books. Like Steven here. Steven's already he's working. He's already came out with 2 of them. He's got like 17 more in the bag here. He's making moves, boys. He's making moves. Right now, he's trying to figure out where that back arm's going to be. Looks like he's going to wind up punch. Yeah, Cap says only 3 competent writers in the entire community. I think there's a little more than that, but like I understand the sentiment. There's a lot of new talent, and a lot of these guys are trying to cut their teeth. But in order to cut your teeth, even writing, you got to do it. Just do what I do, and just always pitch ideas to people. They get annoyed by you, but every so often they're like, "Holy shit, that's a good idea." It's like, yeah, thank you. Now let me write your script. And then they just sort of like, just fuck off. They're like, yeah, okay. Wait a minute, you're stealing my idea. How dare you? Kidding. Or am I? You never know.
I try not to look at the image too much, or else I feel like I'm copying.
I would say, do you ever just use it as a reference and then change the pose? I know that's extremely hard.
I do use the reference because sometimes you would forget what the character looks like, and you'll forget like the smallest detail, and you don't want to do that.
That's fair. I mean, I always figure, like, I know, like, EVS, he was reviewing ISOM yesterday. ISOM is a book by Eric July. I'm sure you've seen the controversies going through Twitter about that.
I've seen controversies here and there. I just didn't really follow it. I'm too busy just trying to get this stuff done.
Well, we're not a drama show, so we won't talk about that. But
yeah,
EVS, as he was going through it, he sort of explained his drawing process, where he takes a blue pencil, and what he does is he finds you'll see him actually when you see him draw, he scribbles and tries to find the line of action, like where the head goes, how he wants to twist the body, and it's all skeletal, which I always found fascinating, because if you watch him as he actually draws, it just looks like scribbles. And I'm like, I don't know, like I don't understand what he's doing. And then he goes straight to pen, because I don't know, this is like magic power or whatever. And then when he does it, you're like, holy crap, I can see it now. I can, in the line of blue scribbles, I can see line art. And it's actually pretty interesting. But I guess, what does they call it? Gesture drawing first. You know, he finds that line of action. And
that's basically what I'm doing right here.
Yeah.
You're still drawing a skeleton, but what's this guy's name? You're still drawing the skeleton, but you've created like a map in your head of what is supposed to go.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. And art is different for everybody, Steven. Like what you do versus what someone else does, like it can be different. Like, right, some people do full line art where they'll actually like shade in their blacks and shadows and stuff, and so others will just put a little X so then remind them to go back with ink, you know. I guess it really depends on like what your style is, because it's all different.
Yeah. And you never know how much detail goes into these costumes if you start drawing them.
Oh yeah. I mean, just especially if you're trying to like morph it into like 3Dness, you know.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, here's my reference, but I gotta twist the leg, and like, oh, I wonder how this shape would look like twisted. You're like, ah. If you're like me, you have no idea. Pops in chat says, looking good, Steven.
Thank you. You'll get a full view of this after I'm done.
Don't worry, Pops. Steven has agreed that him and I are going to be creating our own common like Super Sentai book together, drawn live on the Madness Comic Network. He hasn't said no, so I will take it as a yes. I don't know. That'd be kind of that would be like nervous. Be like, oh, you got to make a comic book on site,
Yeah.
on stream,
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it might be a cool little challenge.
Maybe you did.
Might be a cool little challenge, but
Yeah, it'd be a cool challenge, but it takes a while to make a comic. Even if it's like just, I don't know, maybe like 7 pages.
what would you call it? What'd you call it? Practice comic? Like, I don't know what you would call it. I'm bored and need content comic. That kind of deal.
Yeah.
Well, if you ever decide to do it, let me know. I will hop on and we will come up with something.
I still plan on that. I'm making like a Kamen Rider themed character. I just don't know, because I don't want to copy or get in trouble with that.
How about you turn your BoldCatStudios character into a common-esque
My logo.
character? Yeah.
This logo right here.
Yeah, there you go. The reddish to orange kind of gradient you got going there.
I actually thought about that.
It might be kind of cool. Create. That's all I'm telling everybody. Create. Let your freak flag fly.
Who knows?
That's not what I meant.
It could be another addition to the Boldcat roster.
Oh yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Ha. So many ideas going around. Stephen B is Boldcat. Yep, the B in Stephen B is Boldcat. Definitely not a last name.
Huh?
Pop says Stephen B is Boldcat. And I said, yep, the B in Stephen B stands for Boldcat. Be kind of fun.
Yeah.
All right.
And let's see.
Now, do you plan on inking this, or is this just a sketch?
Right now it's just a sketch, and maybe the next time I do a stream, I will be inking this.
I gotcha. Yeah, usually go for an hour? Oh, wow, you're already over an hour. Time flies when you're having fun. That's why Pops showed up. He's trying to kick us out.
Oh. Yeah, I know there's a show coming up after this.
Oh, see? I knew it. He's trying to kick us out. We will not be silenced.
So, what do you think? How's my first attempt at drawing a Kamen Rider?
I dig it. Kamen Rider, was it Dragon Knight?
Dragon Knight, Ryuki.
Yeah, I just looked it up. From 2008 to 2000, was it 10? Close it already. Very good. Yeah, looks nice.
I would never shut up.
I would never shut Steven down. I would. Closing this sucker down, boys. Let's go.
Yeah. While I was at work, that was actually a thought that came to mind. To have a more cat themed character as kind of like a mascot or something for the brand.
Yeah. Okay.
I just didn't know how to really go about it.
Well, it's a good thing to play around with on stream, right? Next time you stream, be like, hey,
Yeah.
I'll play around with this character concept creation. Let's go. I like it.
And also I was going through a design in my head, but I was trying to make it like Kamen Rider, but also not like Kamen Rider. Like, I don't think I could do the big eyes that they always do.
That'd be a challenge. I would think, right?
Yeah.
But that's what we're here for. We're here for a challenge, right? Never say never. Goonies never die. All that stuff.
What's up, Chris Longfellow?
What's up, Nikki? I got for the longest time I was confused when people called her Nikki. I was like, oh, I didn't realize Chris was Nikki. Confused me.
Yeah, I am going to continue brainstorming, and also have to be careful with the copyright stuff on Kamen Rider.
Fair. Yeah, that's fair. Hey, Chris. Yeah, it's Gable. I pop on streams every so often. Only when I'm invited, though. I never ask for the link.
You know, you're always welcome here on the Boldcat channel.
Yeah, come here and shoot the stuff. Talk about Toku and Power Rangers and everything in between.
Chris says, Gable, why do I think you were British?
It's the avatar, because like people just think I'm like a British butler. Which, I mean, when I first created Gable, that was kind of the idea. He's just a snobby butler. But then I started talking, and they're like, "Wait a minute, you're not a butler at all." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's fair."
What is Toku?
Tokusatsu. That is the name of the genre over in Japan for what they call boys entertainment shows. So like monster special effects shows like Super Sentai, Kamen Rider, all that kind of jazz. It's called Tokusatsu.
I mean, you got rid of the British part, but you kept the snobby. So
I kept the snobby. I also kept the bald head, as everybody else in this community has. I didn't want to feel like I was left out.
Hello, Stephen B.
What's up, Doc?
How are you, my friend?
I'm doing all right. Right now, my mind is brainstorming on a Kamen Rider themed character.
Right on, right on.
Now, Doc is a big Kamen Rider fan.
I'm a big who? What now?
See, I told you, Steven. He knows all about it. Just messing with you, Doc.
Let me get the words out of my mouth that you put in there. Hey, Nikki. No, I actually didn't understand what you said, Gabe. What was it?
Oh, I said Doc is a huge Kamen Rider fan.
Kamen Rider.
Yeah, that's what Stephen B is drawing right there is from Kamen Rider Dragon Knight. It's a Japanese kids show.
Listen, I have all my life had an on again, off again liking for some of the Japanese stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love it.
The fact that there's an off again component should tell you all you need to know.
That's fair. That's fair. I love it. I've always loved it.
Like when I was a kid, do you guys remember the show Space Giants with Goldar, Silver, Miko, and Gam?
Yeah, it's really old school. Yeah.
Yeah, they would transform into rocket ships. And the little boy, when there was a threat, he would blow in a flute. One time for Gam, the little kid robot, 2 times in Silver, the mama would show up, and then 3 times in big old Goldar, who was as big as Ultraman, would show up. I never understood, why don't you just blow the damn thing 3 times every time?
Because you can't populate 25 minutes of content if they go that way.
Yeah, that's just saying. To my young mind.
Yeah, see, for me, it was Voltron. That's sort of like my introduction. But I remember having the toy before I ever saw the cartoon.
Goldar,
I was just like
Miko and Gam. And Methuselah lived in the volcano with them.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. Click that one.
Which one? This one?
Yeah, that one.
The yellow one?
There he is.
I'm just saying, the kids' cartoons and kids' shows nowadays, they're not this badass. That's all I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. They had the Lugo men that turned into jelly when you killed them.
Yeah.
But remember, they could only make a fist like this because of their gloves. They'd go, curse you, Rona. They couldn't make a fist.
Couldn't make a fist. Punch somebody with a limp noodle,
Yeah, I mean, look at his backhand in this one. That's supposed to be a fist.
Wait a minute, Stephen B. Were you using this as reference for your Dragon Knight? It's very.
Oh no.
I was like, wait a minute. He's like
Hello,
cocking his arm
Caroline.
back.
Just so that everyone knows what reference I'm using.
Okay, boys and girls, listen. We got 11 people watching. Let's get some likes on Stephen B's stream here.
Yeah, like
Sure,
don't like it for him. Like it for me.
That's
Thumbs
right.
up, boys and girls.
Do it for Gabe. Do it for Gabe.
Nice. Oh, Ice Queen. Hello. She's my good friend. Actually, I don't know she's my good friend anymore. We sort of had a falling out.
Did you? That's sad. What happened? What happened, Gabe?
Listen, when someone hurts you as bad as she hurted me, you can't talk about it.
Oh, my brother, I'm so sorry she did that to you.
I know. But you know what? Listen, I'm a forgiving man, and we'll be okay.
Caroline, what did you do to my friend Gabe?
It's okay.
I wanted to dislike for Gabe.
You can't do that anymore on YouTube.
No thumbs down. No thumbs down. We don't.
Yeah, you can't thumbs down Stephen B for what you did to me. That doesn't make sense.
That's right. And it's Stephen B. How can anybody not love Stephen B? He's the hardest working man in comics. He's a good looking young man, and he does great comic books. Come on. And he's nice.
He's an all-star.
Hey now, you're an all-star.
Get your game on, go play.
Song. I hate that song.
I mean, it's got to be like 30 years old now, right?
It was garbage when it came out. Hey, Wayne.
Yeah.
It's a shame what happened to the singer of that band, though.
I don't know what happened. What happened to him?
What happened to him?
He died.
Like badly, or
from what I've read, I think if I remember right, I think he died in his sleep while he was at his house.
Oh,
well,
I mean, at least he was in his sleep. I mean,
that's the jackpot of ways to go.
I mean, he's probably young and all that, but at least he died in his sleep.
Yeah, that's how I want to go out, man. Just go to sleep and wake up in heaven. All good.
Yeah, Doc wants to die in his sleep, not like screaming like all the people in his car.
Yeah, yes.
All right.
Yes.
Is that joke something like that? I forget.
I've got the list of ways I don't want to go. But listen, I also have my list of shit you'll never read in my obituary. You ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. His chute didn't open.
Oh.
You'll never read that in my obituary. The bungee cord broke. You'll never read that in my obituary. Because I'm not doing any of that crazy shit.
Also, I thought maybe you were going to kill yourself there. Like, yeah, I never pulled the cord, so I just fell and died. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. This got really dark.
No.
Okay, so I don't know if he died in his sleep, but he died from liver failure at his home.
Liver failure in his home. Well, that's sad.
That just means he loved alcohol, so he died doing what he loved.
Chris Dickey says, unfortunately, lots of people die on the toilet, not happy in their bed. Yeah, that's a horror show for me. I can't go out that way. I don't want somebody to walk in and find me, falling off the toilet with a shitty ass. Come on, nobody wants to go that way.
They say that
nobody wants the Elvis death.
Yeah, they say older gentlemen, that them dying on the toilet is actually very common. And I'm like,
don't tell me that. Don't tell me that.
I'm just saying, I'm worried about your fiber intake. That's all I'm saying. Chris says all death is bad, isn't it, Gable? Yeah, but there's like degrees of like badness when you go.
Yes, there are degrees.
Like if you die in your sleep, you died painlessly.
Yeah, I don't want to die in a lot of pain or scared shitless.
I mean, I think I'm the exact opposite. Like I want to go down like a flaming ball of glory.
Whatever,
there's
lots of ways
or like
to do that.
Get eaten by a shark or something, because that's like a killer thing to put on your like obituary. Eaten by the 6 great whites that circled his body for like 10 days or
after he took out 5 of them.
Yeah, that's all. I want to make sure people put that in there too. He didn't die like a bitch. He took a few out with him.
Yeah, eaten by a shark is another one you'll never read
And
about.
then the guy writes in, says to everyone, yeah, he wrote this, so I would say that.
That's not always true, Pops. Yeah, you actually have to have the whole interstitial pressure thing happening before you poop yourself at death.
Yeah, it can happen. I don't know how frequent.
And it just doesn't always.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, if you're not doing something when you die that your bowels do get evacuated like that, then
Killed by a badger is how Nikki wants to go.
I mean that's a good one, I guess.
A honey badger, yes,
Yeah, well, yeah, because they're the most fiercest animal in the animal kingdom, right?
they are. They don't, like the dude said, they don't give a fuck. They don't care.
I just need to go be like badass, like died bungee jumping over like a volcano or something, or parachuting over a volcano.
Oh, Gabe.
I want to go out like Anakin Skywalker.
What, on life support and wheezing?
Well, he survived. I don't want to survive it. Like, don't drag me out. Please don't drag me out.
Don't save me. Don't save me. Don't save me.
No, like, well, how far do you have to go down before you're saved? I was like, listen, if a foot goes under,
Let me have this, damn it.
I have the high ground. And here's the thing: when he said that in the movie, it would have been far more impactful if in their training they would have constantly made that a callback. I have the high ground. Always take the high ground.
Oh yeah, that would have been a good callback. Yeah,
but they missed opportunities.
Well, it was just funny because those aren't even the worst ones, right? And they still missed that beat.
No, there's just I'm sorry, midichlorians. The second I heard the word midichlorians, you did a blood test for the Force. Get the fuck out of here.
They took all the fantasy out of it. Like,
yeah.
No.
Obi-Wan explained the Force in the original Star Wars. It's a force that surrounds us and binds us.
Yeah.
That was all you needed to know.
Too spiritual, though. You can't have that in today's age, right?
Well, Nikki says, please don't hate me, but I really enjoy Attack of the Clones. Well, you can like what you like. I'm not going to hate on you for what you like. I'm just going to tell you.
I will.
I'm just going to tell you it sucked.
Grievous was cool. I liked the pod racing in the first.
Oh,
was it Phantom Menace?
Are you serious? You liked that?
I like the pod racing, but everything else was just.
You played the video game, didn't you, Gabe?
Yes.
See that? You sorry.
It's such a good N64 game, though. It's like a hidden gem. It's so good.
General Grievous, was that the wheezing android with the
four arms or whatever? Yeah.
Yeah.
Comes at you like a lawnmower with all those blades spinning. How are you supposed to beat that?
Carefully.
Force push.
Yeah.
Probably.
Vader crush it,
Uh-oh. We're in trouble now.
Get out.
Get out.
Help, we need an adult. We're being attacked.
I
need a grown up.
You definitely didn't say that I was that.
You need an adult.
What?
I forgot this was an hour show. I was like, no, you can't kick us out.
No.
Oh, is that what happened? Were we being kicked out?
No. I did. Roland is doing something over there on the Silverline channel, though.
Oh, well, I certainly don't want to.
Right, well,
no, it's something new. It's something new. We're going to just join in with him when you guys are done. I'm not kicking you out.
I was enjoying hanging out with Stephen B.
It just cracked me up that Doc shows up after Stephen's show is usually over.
Well, I just got back.
Put the blame
as
on
soon as I walked in the door, I came back. Look, man, I don't live in this chair.
Stephen is gone and is eating dinner by now. And here comes Doc. I was like, damn it, Doc.
You got to blame me because I can talk. I won't shut.
Oh, that's okay. No,
and then you have Doc here who also cannot shut.
Doc, what Roland's doing is testing out City of Heroes right now.
Oh,
I will go over there and kick his ass.
Yeah, you know what? I think tomorrow I might. I think tomorrow we could pick this up again on the next on the next time I stream, which I'm hoping will be tomorrow.
Well, if you're home at 1 o'clock Eastern, you can always join the DrawStream. You know.
Unfortunately, my work at my job has pretty much.
No, yeah. Right. Yep. And I'm not going to be here, Pops. Just heads up, I won't be home.
All right.
Nikki, no, I'm not feeding Carol for a couple of days. She needs to learn her place.
Yeah, Carol's been a little.
She's been a little insolent here lately.
Yeah.
I think I fed her too well. She got her strength up. She was like gnawing on her chains and shit. I can't have that.
Yeah, you can't do that to them. You got to make sure they know their place.
Give them hope, take it away. Give them hope, take it away.
Yeah. You give and give and give. They expect more, like any kid, right?
Yeah. So
yes, Nikki, this is Pops. Pops, say hello. Chris Longfellow is Nikki. Say hello to Nikki. She says it's lovely to meet you. It's really not, Nikki.
Yeah, he's not even listening. We'll just
totally ignoring everything we're saying right now.
It's not. We're happy to meet you though.
Why?
Unlike some people.
Oh, he's back.
There he is.
You gonna say hi, Pops, or what?
I did say hi.
Well, you mumbled something that might have been hi.
Wait, you mumbled because he's high? Really?
Yes, that too. That too.
That's fair. It's Saturday night, boys.
Listen, it's a day that ends with day.
There you go.
All right. So, I am going to end the show now, and I do plan on picking it up later tonight. So Doc, Gable, if you all want to hop back on and continue our conversation, you are more than welcome to.
Well, thank you, Stephen B. And thank you for allowing me to come on your stream.
You all are always welcome to be on the stream.
Stephen, you don't have to stop. If you guys want to keep going, I can.
He said he's done, Pops.
He's kicking us out now.
This
is called peer pressure. He's been peer pressured. Sorry.
Yes,
sorry,
Christian Zaffo says he'd like to come too next time if it's cool with you, Stephen B.
It's cool.
I would say it's cool, but it's not my show. And Christian Zaffo was snarky to me last time I talked to him. So,
oh shit!
Screw you, Christian.
Drama alert.
So
no, I love Christian. Good guy.
I want to thank everyone for joining me in chat. I want to thank Doc. I want to thank Gable. Please tell my audience where they can find you.
Oh, I'll go first. I'm on Twitter at GPennyShot. I have a YouTube channel that I never use, but subscribe to me.
I might make content.
Yeah, maybe one day. My last stream was like 2 years ago.
Hey, I'm Doc Blalock. I'm the host of Doc's Coffee Shop every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is the best podcast on the net. We do meme reviews, great moments in history, and we have a Babe Barista of the Week contest. Come in and vote. I'm also the artist and writer behind Pariah, Blood and Mud, already funded and fulfilled. And I'm currently working on the upcoming A Damn Dirty Thing.
That's so much more impressive than mine. I feel bad now.
That was all I had to be.
And we already know who Pops is. He's the reason for this for the Boldcat DrawStream to be on Madness Comic Network.
And we love Steve B. We love what he does. We love what Doc does. Gable's always good talking to you, brother. Y'all have a good night. Stephen B, take us out, bro.
All right. And before I go, if y'all don't know who I am, my name is Stephen B. I am the artist for Last Day's Bad Moon, and I'm the artist, writer, and all creator of Christmas Legends and Rev, and possibly a Common Rider themed character that might make an appearance. So again, I want to thank everyone for joining me on here. I want to thank the chat for keeping us company. And right now, I have no news to give other than both books are underway. So, keep drawing, keep having fun, and until next time, I'll see you later.
Peace.
Keep drawing.
That word?
Hit the button. Hit the button.
My butt's been.
I told that moron not to take out my Tchaikovsky tape. No matter, let's get started. Here we are, Nancy Moon. The last time we left our heroine, she had just joined my esteemed colleagues at level M. And the soldier who cannot stop talking, a magician with a money issues, and a vampire with a checkered past. But there are other teammates she's yet to meet. One in particular might be a little bit shocking for her. I do hope she's not allergic. Back it today, won't you? Like right meow.
Bringing you sex, sass, and style. Buckle up and unlock your imagination for a fun adventure with these death-dealing dames. They sail the galaxy in search of spoils. The most dangerous acquisition, and the most fruitful, are the legendary Splinters of Yggdrasil. The Splinters are magical artifacts forged from the Tree of Life that wreak havoc on the universe. The missions are perilous, but the bounty is glorious. Enjoy our hyper-fictional wonderland. How is a pirate ship sailing through space? 'Cause magic. How do they heal so quickly after battle? 'Cause magic. How are they able to communicate through jewelry? 'Cause magic. It's all about the characters. Abo, rough, robotic, ready. Mo, carefree, callous, courageous. Mistress Graven, daring, diplomatic, dominating. Betsy, academic, accountable, aristocratic. Nefara, ancient, assured, adrenaline junkie. Bruto, proud, prominent, protective. Fisty, independent, incendiary, invigorating. Roxy, superficial, scarred, secretive. Once you get to know this diverse crew of mythical miscreants, you'll be anxious to find out what trouble they'll get into on the next episode. Go to abogrizzly.com and order both halves of the first episode today.
Comic Books for Kids provides comic books to kids in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. It's a place where we can all work together to make sure every child has a comic book. 100% of all proceeds go towards the kids. It's about making a difference, and while they're in the hospital, allowing them to fly like a superhero, battle dragons, or rescue teddy bears. We are in every state in the country and now support over 160 hospitals. Every month, we add more.
Visit cb4k.org.
Look, I don't mean to be rude, but I'm tired of talking to you.
And don't think it hasn't been a little slice of heaven, because it hasn't.
Well, what do you know? I finally got the last word.
Good night, everybody!
Quitting time! Quitting time!